So I'm here with Zainab Abbas. Zainab, I just want you to have a conversation with you and just try to pick your brain a bit about what it's like to be a journalist in Pakistan and especially a female journalist in Pakistan.
I've had my share of challenges, but I think I've been in the business for 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I think the more you grow, the more experience you get, the better it becomes for you. I would say there are very few cricket female journalists in Pakistan, and that has to do a lot with the fact that not a lot of people took it up as a serious career initially. We had a few, but nobody really as such broke into the world of broadcasting. I started doing that, and I'm really happy with the way things have progressed for me. I've had my fair share of challenges, but to be honest, 70% of the times people are supportive.
So what are some of your highlights in your career so far, would you say, with the team and traveling all over the world, obviously?
I think the biggest highlight would be that I'm the first female broadcast journalist from Pakistan. So you've had a lot of local journalists, but I've done a lot of international work. So for example, I hosted the Pakistan Super League for 3 years, and that's with Sunset and Vine, which is a production company that does ICC events. And that came on 10 Sports. Then I've worked with Sony as well. I've recently done something for Star Sports, a show with one of their anchors for the India-Pakistan game during the Asia Cup, and I was hosting that with Sunil Gavaskar and Shoaib Akhtar. So I feel like, you're living your dream. I was always into cricket. So now I get to work with the best legends, and I get to do studio shows with them and travel all the world, cover cricket, which is actually my first love. So, I've done an ICC Champions Trophy. So that is a tick on my list. I wanted to do South Africa, which I'm here for that. I did the Australia series. I've covered 2 England series as well for Pakistan. So it's been a great learning experience for me.
And some of the places that you've toured, what are some of your favorite places to tour as a journalist?
I love Cape Town. Just look at the background. It's my first time when I've actually got to spend more time here, because last year I came for 2 days. So I would consider this my first visit. And I think it's just the most stunning city that I've come across. I loved Sydney. I spent my New Year's Eve 2 years back there because Pakistan was playing Australia. And I think nothing competes, when you talk about cricket, Lords, the home of cricket. A test match at Lords is always very special. I feel like different places have different value attached to it. But you'll never see something like this in the mountains. I've heard a lot about Dharamshala in India, Mohali, but I've not been there, so I can't really comment on that, because I put up a picture of this and everybody was like, oh, you haven't really been to Dharamshala.
Okay.
All I can say is, for me, Newlands is the most beautiful cricket ground that I've covered cricket in.
So let's pick your brain a little bit more about cricket, and actually that's what you actually specialize in. So with regards to the Pakistan team, I would say they're kind of in a transitional phase with their cricket at the moment. What do you think what has been the biggest struggle for Pakistan as a team?
I think when you look at Pakistan's struggles, the biggest struggle for me at least is that we don't get to play cricket at home. If people think that that's not a factor, it is a factor. Dubai or UAE is not really our home cricket, because that's where you have, your interest grows and you have kids playing in the grounds, and now those grounds are empty. So I feel slowly it's coming back. So that for me as a Pakistani is a challenge for a lot of the upcoming cricketers, that they don't have grounds to play in because there's no cricket happening around. That's one factor. The other factor is that I feel that Pakistan's domestic structure needs a revamp. So, when you look at different teams around the world, I can safely say that in terms of raw talent, Pakistan is right up there. So, I'm talking about skill that hasn't been worked upon, or talent that hasn't been worked upon. You see all these fast bowlers come from Pakistan. You used to have the likes of Waqar Yunus, Wasim Akram. It's not like they went through some proper schooling or, some proper structure. It was raw talent. I feel now that is something that needs a revamp. You need to improve your pitches. You need to improve your ball conditions. You need to be improving the quality of cricket at your domestic level to be producing a world-class batsman. That's one of the reasons Pakistan is struggling in South Africa, is because The techniques have been slightly exposed against the shorter ball as we've seen. So I feel you need to revamp that a bit to make it more competitive. That's what I feel.
Thank you very much. It was a great privilege to talk to you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the series.
Thank you so much, Khalid.